Meow, meow.
Hey, says Daddy says Ghost. Sean Connery here. Just wanted to mention that when I watch YouTube, I always watch Alfred. He provides content that I can trust. If you don't agree, you can kiss my Scottish ass!
Alfred.
Content.
Fear. Can't. Trust.
We're building a roof. We're building a roof. We're building a roof. Building a roof. Hey, folks, we're building a roof. So what we're going to do here is we got an aluminum patio here. And it's the TWV series patio. And we used to have a patio up here. We had one made of wood. We had a real bad snowstorm years ago. Came down. And since then, we've just been hanging out on the cement with no sun coverage. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up this nice patio here. We're going to have lots of fun underneath it. The installation, reading the book for the installation is a little complicated. Some parts of the book, just in the pictures, don't really do the greatest job. But if you follow the instructions from the book, you'll be okay. I watched the video that they had on the Home Depot website, but all you need is some basic tools here. And the table saw, maybe you don't have that, but the rest of this stuff is pretty basic stuff, or maybe you can get it from your friend or your neighbor or something. So basically what we're going to do is there's a piece that we've got to put up there. It's a thin metal piece. It's about 2.5 inches or so wide, and 14 inches long, because the patio's 14 feet long. The patio's 14 feet. And then they gave us 12 of these screws, part 17. So we're gonna it's a 14-foot piece of metal. We're just gonna, I would call it a beam. I don't know what you call it. It almost looks like panel, like a panel or something. But there it is. It's just a long, thin piece. It's got a big fat lip at the end, and once you screw that in there, well, let's wait a second. First, we're gonna take our holes. So you can take your drill. You're gonna put 12 holes in there. If the drill bit is not going through easily, it's the drill bit's probably old and not worn out. If you're taking 10 minutes to drill one of these holes, you're using the wrong damn bit. You got to get better bits from somebody. You got a sharp bit. It's going to go right through. It's going to take 2 seconds. Not going to be a lot of resistance. So make sure you use some good bits. But what we're going to do is we're going to pre-drill those 12 holes, and then we're going to pop the thing up there. We're going to do as level. We're going to get as level as we can. In this case, we have the aluminum over there, so it's kind of level. We leveled it out. The person that built that aluminum did a real good job. So what we really have to do is lay straight across there and be real careful. And we'll be fine. But basically, we're going to pre-drill those holes. We're going to pop those 12 screws in there. And once we're finished doing that, we're going to add a little bit of sealant to all those screws that we put in. And then we're going to put a long bead of, sealant across the top. Just for extra protection. In this case, I have the lip from the, from the siding there. So that's kind of going to protect mine a little bit more than usual. But if you're going up against a flush surface like the shown in that picture there in the bottom right, you're going to want to put that bead all the way across. And then once that piece is up, there's another piece, and it literally slides in there. So you're going to just take it, go all the way to one end, and you're gonna slide it in, and basically, it's a hanging channel, basically. So if you're working with a flush surface like this guy was in this picture in the top right, you're gonna be fine. If you're working with something like I was, the roof popped out a little bit more than the than the surface I was putting it up against. So I had a real struggle putting it in. You know what I mean? So you're going to just make sure, that you're going to have to take a 14-foot beam now, and you're going to have to slide it across right there. You're going to pop it in that little hole, and you're going to slide it another 14 feet. But keep that in mind. When you're looking both ways, which way you're going to slide the thing in, just make sure there's nothing that's going to obscure you from doing that. So once that piece is in there and you have that hanging channel in, then you got to get to work on the bottom base. You basically have to attach some posts to it. So I'll get more into that next time. But the first step, we took took is that, you know what I mean, and putting that piece up and getting the channel hung. And then the next step is going to be working with these. We got 4 of these beams here, and we're going to end up cutting those, and then we'll end up getting the back channel ready, which will there's a lot of brackets that have to be screwed into the bottom channel, and those brackets, the posts slide into the brackets. So I'll show you that more in detail as we go on. But this is basically step 1, and after step 1 is completed, I'll do the next video and I'll explain what step 2 will be all about.